on now. Has she moved to the building? Yeah. Ask her to subscribe so whenever the stream will start, you will automatically get a notification. And she has no business. Without internet, you can't go anywhere. Better stream today. Hello. Yeah. Where's your brothers? Rakeen and Mustafa and who else? Makeen never comes. Mustafa doesn't come on Saturdays. Sometimes it does. Where's Makeen? Tell them I don't have any observation anymore. So please come to the class, okay? Observations cancelled, okay? If you are not coming for the sake of my observation, do attend, please. Have you informed her? Okay, so let's move on with our Aqeeda lesson today. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In Aqeeda we are studying Bahar Sharia. And as you know, we have done some Aqaid related to Aqeeda Lesson so far. And today we are continuing some Aqaid related to himself and also to Sahaba Kiram, and then we move on to study some Aqaid that are related to the angels and other prophets and also jinns. So in today's class we have jinns as well, sitting at the back. So before we move on, I would like to know that people have been studying. So can you remind me of some of the Aqaid we learned last time? Yes?
We learned that the station of Shafa'at al-Kubra, or the greatest station of intercession on the day of Qiyamah, belongs to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And until he does not open the doors of intercession, no one will have the authority to intercede. And the love of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the essence of our faith. And in actuality, love of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the Iman.
Something from the girl's side now?
The entire creation from the beginning to the end is good with the Holy Prophet, including Hazrat Ibrahim.
Why they have this specifically mentioned as Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam? So what is that? He is the second, right? In rank, yeah. So after Holy Prophet, he is the best creation. Second best creation for humanity. So today we are learning, if you're noting down, and is Mr. Who is on the live stream? You know? Outside. Just a minute, let me just do some editing and we'll move on, inshallah. So this is lesson 15 of Bahar Aqeeda, and we are studying Bahar Sharia. And we've been joined by 3 people today. I'm not sure of who they are. So can I request them to please mention their names in the chat on the YouTube. So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد معدن الجود والكرم وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم. So MashaAllah Irfan Qureshi Sahab has joined us online. That's good to know. Assalamu alaikum. And we are learning Bahar Sharia, and in that we have reached Aqeeda number 50 in the Aqaid related to Aqeeda Lesson. And today we are learning first Aqeeda today is that Aqeeda Lesson is the Naib Mutlaq. The term Naib Mutlaq means the supreme representative of the word for representative of Almighty Allah. So he represents, he is naib in the authority, so he has been granted all the authorities by Almighty Allah. So he is a supreme representative or deputy of Almighty Allah. And the entire universe has been given under the control of Aqeeda Lesson, meaning that he can do whatever he pleases. So all the universe is within the control of Aqeeda Lesson. That's a belief, a basic belief. We need to have this belief present in the mind all the time, because nowadays you may come across people who may claim that Nauzubillah, Aqeeda Islam had no authority. He was like a bashar, just like we are bashar. He was a bashar and he couldn't do anything. And they may often quote certain narrations to that effect. However, the established belief is that he is the Naib Mutlaq, the supreme and unconditional deputy of Almighty Allah, who has every control over the creations of Almighty Allah, and this control was granted to him by the Almighty Allah. This status was bestowed upon him by the Almighty Allah. So now he can grant to the one he chooses, whoever he chooses and pleases, and also he can deprive whoever he chooses to deprive. And in entire universe, there's no one from the creations to return or to overturn his command. And all this universe is ruled by him, and he is not ruled by anyone apart from his Lord. So he is the ruler and he is being ruled by Almighty Allah, and then the rest of the things, rest of the creations are being ruled by him, and he is the owner and master of all human beings. And the one who doesn't consider him his master is basically deprived of the taste of the sunnah, the sweetness, the halawa of the sunnah. So he's deprived of the essence of the sunnah. Because this is mentioned in Shifa Sharif by Qadi Iyad, and also mentioned basically in the Hadith Pak. It says, لا يؤمن أحدكم, Aqaid mentioned in Bukhari Sharif, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى أكون أحب إليه من والده وولده والناس أجمعين. That none of you can become a complete Muslim until and unless he considers me, he loves me more than himself, his family, his parents, and also his children, and all the creations. Until he loves me more than everything else, he cannot become a proper Muslim. This is so acquiring the complete status of Iman and the sweetness of Iman is only possible when you consider Aqeeda Islam the owner and master of your soul and your body. Similarly, because he has been given the authority by Almighty Allah, all the earth, and the earth includes other planets as well, all the planets and everything is within his control, and he owns them. It is his property. And the Jannah is also his property. The paradise is his property, meaning that he can grant this to any of the one he chooses, and he can take it away from the one he chooses. So those who keep thinking that they will go to paradise after finding shortcomings in the blessed character of Aqeeda Islam, they should rethink their position. Because paradise is owned by our master. So Ala Hazrat says, तुझ से और जन्नत से क्या मतलब भाभी दूर हूँ, हम रसूलुल्लाह की जन्नत रसूलुल्लाह की. It's Urdu, meaning that, oh Wahhabi, what do you have to do with Jannah? Jannah belongs to Aqeeda Islam, and we belong to Aqeeda Islam. So we should steer away from that. So all the angels, similarly, don't write Urdu, no. And don't play on your phone. Sorry? Bahar should be there. Look at that. And similarly, all the paradise is owned by Aqali Satu Salam, as we learnt just now. When we mention the earth, this includes other planets, and we do not know the number of planets there are in the universe, but he knows certainly. His knowledge is such vast that he knew everything that was created by Almighty Allah or will be created till the day of judgment. We mentioned this earlier, I think, when we were learning Mala Buddha Myth, or maybe we were learning the first part of this book, Bahar Sharia. So continuing that, we need to have a belief that Aqeeda Lesson Salam, he rules Malakut as-samawati wal-ard. All the universe, every inch of this universe is ruled by Aqeeda Lesson Salam.
From the sky.
Huh?
From the sky.
From the skies right to the end of the universe. So he owns everything and he rules it. And his rule is obeyed by every creation of Almighty Allah.
Was it been studying?
Yes, or from that book. Where is it? So it's here. The entire earth belongs to him. Another belief that we need to have is that he has been given the keys of paradise and the hellfire, and he has been given the authority he's been given the name of all the blessings and bounties have been given to him, as mentioned by himself in Bahar in Bukhari Sharif, إِنَّمَا أَنَا قَاسِمْ وَاللَّهُ يُعْطِي. And Almighty Allah grants to me, and I am the one who distributes every ni'mah among the creation. So, including the rizq, the sustenance, and the other the sustenance, and also every other ni'mah was and every goodness was granted to Aqeeda first. Then he grants these to the ummah, to the creations. Similarly, an aqeeda also is that the dunya and the akhirah, both this dunya, all the bounties that we have been given in this dunya and the ones that we will be given in the akhirah, all of this is part of the grant of Aqeeda, a small part of the grant of Aqeeda. Is only portion of his blessing, a portion. Similarly, are you clear so far? Any questions? Zafar, are you writing? Yahya? Understanding? Good. So, another belief that we need to have is that Aqeeda also has the control over the rulings of Sharia. Can't see? Can you see now? So he has control over the rulings of Sharia, meaning that he can amend the rules as and when he pleases. So any amendment is within his authority and control, and only he has this right. Now, where are those people who say that he has no right at all? There are many examples in Hadith when he was able to show leniency for one person and still apply the same ruling to the rest of the ummah. For example, the kafara of the sawm, there are certain criteria mentioned in the Holy Quran and the Hadith, and also in the fiqh, which we follow. But there's Hadith in Bukhari Sharif, in Kitab al-Sawm, that Aqeeda was able to basically, a person came and he broke his fast and he had no money to pay the kafara. So Aqeeda was able to show some leniency in the rules for him. That was an exceptional case, so only he could have this blessing. So that rule would not apply to anyone else. But that shows the authority that Aqeeda had. So he was able to change and amend the rules for one person. Similarly, there was a person who wanted to sacrifice. He had only one, goat maybe, yeah, goat or lamb, I think. Well, the hook was that you have to sacrifice the better one of these two in the way of Allah. He said, Ya Rasulullah, I love the goat very much, so I want to sacrifice the lamb instead. Allowed him to sacrifice the lamb. So these events show the authority Aqeeda Islam had in regards to the ahkam of Sharia. So he could change, because he was the one establishing the rules in the first place. So he's a Sharia. He's making the religion first. So first making the religion is authority of Aqeeda Islam, and he has the right to amend it as and when he pleases to do so. Is that clear, Mr. Ali? Whoever wants to jump. Why did you open that?
It's cold.
Close. You need to ask me first. So he has the right to make whatever he wants to make halal for anyone, and or make it haram to others. He can do so, and no one can question him, because he is the Shari and he has the full authority. So he also has the right to make things obligatory for one, and maybe relieve others from the same obligation. That's the one Aqeedah. I hope you're clear on that so far. That's the next list. Have we finished writing now? So Aqeedah number 51, that should be. You also number that? You don't. Anyway, don't number that. So Aqeedah, one more important Aqeedah that we're learning today about Aqa alayhi salatu wasalam, is that he was the first to be conferred with the status of Nubuwwah. So he was the first person to be appointed as a Nabi. The first ever Nabi was Aqa alayhi salatu wasalam. This happened when the covenant happened in the Alam al-Arwah. Yawm al-Mithaq, the covenant that established in Alam al-Arwah is mentioned in the Holy Quran, and in Surah Ali Imran, that this covenant took place as soon as the Arwah were created. And the Arwah of Nabi Jeen were asked to pledge and to support this covenant and to promise that they would, and it is mentioned in Hadith Mubarakah that the covenant was actually about the Prophet of Aqeedah. Mentioned in Surah Fatah as well. They were asked to promise that they would support the cause of Aqeedah, the Nubuwwah. They would believe in the Nubuwwah of Aqeedah, and they will also work to support it whenever they are sent out. And they all agreed, and that was the reason for them to get the Nubuwwah. So they were given a name of Nubuwwah through Aqeedah, and this proves that Aqeedah was the reason, and also he was the first person to get the Nubuwwah. He then distributed this name among other Nabiyyin. So that was a very important belief. Assalamu alaikum. Very Mustafa.
Ian.
It is mentioned in one of the hadiths about that when they agreed, a nur covered them all, when the spirits of prophets, they agreed to the Nubuwwat, and they agreed to supporting the cause of Aqeeda Islam, a Nubuwwat covered them all, and that Nubuwwat became the reason for they becoming Nabi. That basically gave them the status of Nubuwwah. So every Nabi, including Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, whenever they came in their time, they were following the Sharia of Aqeeda Islam. So Aqeeda Islam was the first person to be given the Nubuwwah, and all other prophets were the followers of Aqeeda Islam. He is Nabiul Anbiya, the prophets of the prophets, the prophet of the prophets. So, and all the prophets, they are ummati of Aqeeda Islam. That is why Aqeeda Islam in one of the hadiths said that al-ulama'u ummati ka-anbiya'i bani Israel, that the ulama of my nation are like the prophets of the Bani Israel. There will be many explanations of this hadith, not to go into detail, but one of this is that the Anbiya of Bani Israel or other prophets were also the ummati of Aqeeda Islam. And they were working as deputies to Aqeeda Islam. Was a representative of Aqeeda Islam. Somehow we've got 4 people watching. So far I only know about Irfan Saab. He's within the audience, but I don't know about the other 3. 2 now. 1 is left. So Almighty Allah granted the Nubuwwah to Aqeeda first. Every other Nabi was a deputy of Aqeeda, and Aqeeda, Holy Prophet peace be upon him, was made a mazhar, a manifestation, a mazhar. Manifestation is not the exact word here. Mazhar, you can say that he was made the best source, the best proof of existence of Almighty Allah. So he was the living proof of the existence of the Almighty Allah. No, we're still there. Yeah, see. And all the universe is brightened with the nur of Aqeeda Salam. So the brightness and the nur that you see in this universe is because of the nur of Aqeeda Salam. This mentioned in certain ahadith as well, so supported by ahadith. So meaning that Aqeeda Salam in this sense is present at every place, because his nur is enlightening, brightening this universe. So he is present in every single place of this universe. And example, فالشمس في وسط السماء ونورها يغشي البلاد مشارق ومغاربها. But the sun, you see, it's in the center of this galaxy there. But its nur is basically brightening east and west equally. All the planets in the galaxy, they are benefiting from the light of the sun. Now you can say that the sun is present everywhere. The light of the sun reaches everywhere, although it only moves in its orbit and doesn't move away from that. It's within that area which has been pointed to. He also mentions here underneath a couplet from Persian, which means that if you are not able to see in the daylight, this is no fault of the sun. The sun is shining, you can't see the sun shining. That's your fault, not the sun's fault. Don't blame the sun for not shining. Yeah. If a bat is not able to see the bright daylight, it's no fault of the sun. Are you not noting down? No. Let's make some notes to remind yourself, and I will be asking the next time. So, next belief here. Oh. Secret base is on a short. In the meantime, can Mr. Yahya remind me of some of the things that we learned today? No.
He has control
Good.
over the planets.
Very good.
Planets, and he can make anything haram or halal that
He has control. Good.
you can't question him. And he has control over the heavens and Sharia.
Sharia as well. Good. Zafar, something from you?
The Prophet ﷺ was the first one to be given Nubuwwah. He was the first Nabi, and this happened on the day of Mithaq,
Yourself. What day was that?
Covenant, the day of Covenant.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. How do you know? What was the day? Could be night. Anyway.
They said on the day,
Huh?
they said the day of Covenant.
That's right. It was Yom Mithaq, day of Mithaq. So, what happened that day?
Everyone made a promise that they would support the Prophet ﷺ.
Good. And that became the reason for their becoming Nabi. They were then given the Nubuwwah because of supporting Aqaid. So that means that even the greatest name is Nubuwwah, right? And even that was given through Aqaid. What about the rest? Every name is actually given to the public, to the creations, through Aqaid Islam himself. Hope we have written it down by now. If not, maybe they can borrow the Bahari Sharia from online. So we are moving to an important belief, an important recommendation, necessary warning that whatever the lapses that appeared in the lives of Anbiya Kiram because of destiny of Almighty Allah, and to teach the Ummah through them, they can only be repeated either in the Holy Quran or in the Hadith. Otherwise, repeating them and recalling them is completely haram and completely forbidden. So any narration of that, those lapses, is complete haram. So make sure always avoid and so because they have a great state in the court of Almighty Allah, great regard for them is held in the court of Almighty Allah. So no one has the right to associate any shortcoming with them and to discuss their character in the deplorable manner. So if Almighty Allah is mentioning them with certain words which associates any lapse or any shortcoming with them, then he is right, because he is the Lord, the Creator. He can do so, but the Ummah and the creations won't have the same right. They can't repeat the same. If they do, then that means that they are committing haram, and in some cases because of disrespecting the Holy Prophet, maybe they may become kafir. So it's very important not to do so. They themselves, maybe they can express extreme kind of humility for their Lord, but that doesn't mean that they are actually like that. Or for the Ummah, or in relation to Ummah, they have the same status. They may call themselves Bashar, for example, in regards to the creation of Almighty Allah, because they were created as Bashar anyway, and they were sent down for the tarbiyah, for the guidance of the Bashar. So they were meant to be in the form of Bashariyah. For that reason, they may claim that they are Bashar. Yet it doesn't mean that an Ummati can also stand up and say that, oh, he was Bashar. Nothing more. So this is wrong. So if they express humility in certain statuses, certain conditions, and demonstrate humility in the court of Allah, no one else is permitted to repeat the same for them. To use the same statement and to prove that, look, he claimed that he was this and that, so he is not, he cannot be given a higher rank like that. But this would be completely wrong, because any prophet, if he claims humility, or if he demonstrates humility, that means he is showing his signs of ubudiyya in the court of Allah, and not explaining his status with regards to the general public. And we also need to believe that any lapses that appeared in the lives of these prophets, they have been put in their lives by the order of Almighty Allah, so that they become a reason for the teaching of the Ummah. when the Ummah comes across the similar lapses in their lives, what do they have to do? So they become reason. They are become a reason for the teaching of the Ummah. And there are many wisdoms, hidden wisdoms in such lapses. The hikmah and the wisdom behind is quite baligh, quite deep. For example, one lapse of Adam alayhi salam, you can see that. Adam alayhi salam, he was sent to Jannah. He was sent to Jannah and was told not to eat from certain tree. So he was a prophet, should have obeyed. But he had he was destined to commit this sin. So he happened to eat from the same tree. Then he was made to come down to the earth and expelled from the Jannah. So if he didn't do so, if he continued to remain obedient, then he would never come down from the Jannah, and this dunya would never have seen the human being, because he was the first human being. And all the rest of the human beings are from him. So that would mean that neither the human generation would have flourished, neither the prophets, the great prophets would come down, and no books would have been revealed, and no conquests would have been made, and trillions and billions of an'am and ni'mats that we have been given in this dunya, we wouldn't have those, and the doors of them would remain closed. So one lapse of Adam alayhi salam became reason for these great an'am, the great an'am that we are seeing today. So one action of Adam alayhi salam becomes a reason for these great an'am that have been granted to the human beings on the earth. So at the same time, we need to consider that even though the actions that may be declared to be sayyi'at, sins or lapses for the prophets, still they are thousands of times better than our good deeds. So our good deeds in relation to their lapses are much lower in status, even though the lapses, there are lapses and sins for that. In relation to them, they may be not so in relation to us. So I've mentioned in one of the sayings that Hasanat al-Abrari, Sayyi'at al-Muqarrabeen, that what may appear to be sayyi'at for those who are very close to the court of Allah, they are hasanat, good deeds for the ones who are very pious. So good deeds of very pious people become a sin for the ones who are very close in the court of Allah. So as the status increases, even the very tiny actions may become big sins. That's why they are required to be extremely careful. So far we have learnt about Aqeeda Lesson, the beliefs about Aqeeda Lesson. I would want everybody to repeat some of these to me, so that we make sure that we're learning something now. Including Irfan Sahib. Irfan Sahib is watching us online today. What about Shams Abdali Sahib? We haven't seen him for long now. Shams Sahib.
Yes, he goes
Hmm?
He does once
Once a month.
he does it through WhatsApp. Probably doesn't know that there's
You
stream.
don't do it all.
No, I'm saying he probably doesn't know the stream.
This is go straight to you and get straight.
Come on, someone. Anything. Just to indicate you've learned something. From today, from the previous lesson maybe.
Would you like some tea?
No. I would like some hadith. I mean, some Aqeeda. Tell me the Aqaid. Don't bribe me with tea now.
You know, if I'm saying when you have a coffee.
No, it's fine. Jazakallah. So come on, Yahya, don't hide your face. Tell me something that you learned today.
Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the Naib Mutlaq, meaning he's the supreme representative of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the entire universe is under the control of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he may do what he pleases, giving whatever he pleases to whoever he wants. And he may take away what he pleases from whoever he wants as well.
Someone now, someone from lands, please. Zafar, girls.
The words not be explained something to serve Sayyidina Rashid. And
Good.
just praise this upon moving ways. And we say that on those who are worthy of the mountain, and they are these are seeing each other first of all. But to say that anything like the Sahaba or the great
Someone else, please. What's your name? Sarah.
So last week was status of Nabi that on the day of Bahar, the covenant, all of the prophets took the earth to believe in him and assist him.
Very good. Yeah, that's fine. No, the person at the back. Iqra. You Iqra.
Whether all of these are within the Aqaid is involved, the peace to everyone heard that being given in his messages, sustenance from earthly things that represented the exalted.
No, yeah, very good. Good. Yahya, what did you learn today? Quickly now. Rakim?
Don't blame the sun for shining.
Is that what you learned today?
That was a point.
I said it wrong.
No, I said it right. That's what he said.
Don't blame the sun for shining.
That's a point. That's what I thought. So you said it.
All the nur in this
Yeah, but you said
world,
not really.
Good.
that nur is from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. By this we know that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is everywhere, and his nur is everywhere.
Stand.
Huh?
Polished. Stand.
No.
5 minutes we could. So we sit down. We serious now. Yes, sir.
All the nur is from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If
If what?
No, yeah, the entire universe belongs to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is the Prophet of the Prophets.
Okay, let's move on. We've already learned something about Malaika, the angels and the jinns. Can you recall some information from your memory, please? We're continuing to learn about some Malaika, the angels and the jinns now. What do you remember
The
from
angels
Malabud
are
Damin?
created from fire. I mean, the angels are created from light, and they don't have any gender. It's impossible for them to disobey the command of Allah. They don't eat, drink, or sleep.
Good.
Yet they're ma'soom.
So in a sense that
In the sense that
Zafar,
They don't commit any sins.
They
They can't.
good. Girls,
They explore the ability they have to deal with the databases of historical scholars and there's some reasons to say that essentially the angels were Allah's helpers or something, but they're just another creation that Allah created.
did you learn something about jinns as well last time? In the Malabud Damin, no?
they create from
They
fire.
create from fire.
Yeah,
Smoke
what
is
to
there.
do with that?
They are also like they are also like us, but they were created before us,
Yeah, so
many years before.
yeah, we also learned
That Iblis is from
associating any power to them would be shirk. Yeah, they similarly, just like us and every other creation, they work or they operate according to destiny.
There
Right?
are good and bad jinns.
Huh? There are good and bad jinns. Good jinns come to Bright Vision College, and bad jinns, they skip the class. Huh? Bad jinns study online, by the way. Good jinns come to class. So today we are learning about some more facts in Aqaid about angels and jinns in such slight more detail now. So the first thing we're learning today is that the angels have been created from Noor. Something you already know. They have been created from Noor, and Almighty Allah has given them this power that they can acquire any shape that they want. Any shape that they wish to adopt, they can do so. So shapes are like clothes for them. So we can put on any cloth that we desire, as long as that is within the reach. They can acquire any shape that they want. Sometimes they may appear in human form, sometimes in another creation form. So they can do so. They have the ability. But at the same time, we must believe that they only do what they have been commanded to do. So this is about angels, not the jinns. Jinns can also acquire any shape that they want, but we will learn about them later. For the time being, angels only. So angels can do what, they only do what Almighty Allah commands them to do. They are ma'asum, as we mentioned earlier, from disobeying the orders of Almighty Allah. So whatever they do, it will be orders of Almighty Allah. So whether intentionally, unintentionally, they cannot do against the order of Almighty Allah. They are complete innocents, and they are free from every type of sins, whether small or major or minor sins. They are free from that, complete clean of them. and that they have been given certain duties to fulfill. Our belief of angels. Angels are just like us servants of Almighty Allah who have been given duties to fulfill. Some of them were appointed to bring the revelation to the prophets. Some have the duty of making it rain whenever Almighty Allah wants that. And some are responsible for causing the wind to blow, and some will be providing sustenance. But delivering sustenance is a better word. And some have the duty of shaping the fetus in the womb. So the fetus in the womb acquires a shape by the order of Almighty Allah, but the order is obeyed by the angels. So angels carry this out. And some will be appointed to make changes within the body of human being, or basically have control over the body of the human being. And some will be appointed to protect human being from the enemy, or from the jinns as well. And some have got the duty of finding the places where the people are doing the dhikr of Almighty Allah, as mentioned in the Hadith above, and go there and sit and join them in the dhikr of Almighty Allah. Some, the Nakirain, Kiraman Katibin, they are appointed to note down the action that we do. So every action we do, every movement, every stationary position that we adopt, or every word that we say, every time we keep quiet, every glance that we make, where we look towards, that's noted down. So you are being recorded 24/7 with high definition cameras. So you can't escape. And some are appointed to carry or to convey the salutations that the ummatis make to the court of Aqeeda Lesson. Doesn't mean that he can't hear, so the angels carry it to them. Means that it is a formality, just like we see that in the great courts, in the great courts of the kings. There were people appointed to do things even the king himself could do. The king could do himself, but he appoints his servants to do so. Similarly, it is the respect of court of Aqeeda that although he can hear himself the durood of all the creations in the universe, yet the angels are appointed to increase the respect and ta'zeem of Aqeeda. So they carry the durood sharif and the salutations to him and present him in his court with dignity and respect. So that is the actual essence behind the angels carrying the durood sharif to him, although he can also hear himself. Some are appointed to ask questions from the dead corpse when they are laid into graves. So when they are given their life hereafter, the Nakirain come and ask questions. And some, like Isa salam, is responsible for taking the soul out of the body. Some are the angels of adab, torment, and some have got the responsibility to blow the soul into the body. The nafkh. And also the nafkh, which means that they will be blowing the trumpet in the day of judgment. The sur is the trumpet. And similarly, everything that happens in dunya, every single thing that moves or remains stationary, there's an angel pointed on that. So when I'm able to move this hand across, I make the intention that there will be angels of Almighty Allah making it move. I can't move it. So Almighty Allah, with His power, we learned this earlier, that when we make intentions, actions are created. So actions are not performed on us, but it is the power of Almighty Allah that makes the action possible for us. Yet the intention we have is what makes us accountable for our actions. I hope that's clear. The Aqeed is present here just to stare at my face. Note it down, please. Don't waste your time. So angels are servants of Almighty Allah. They carry out every action. Various actions within this universe. Belief that we need to have is that angels are neither, or they're free from gender, so neither male nor female. Similarly, we need to understand that the angels are not qadim, they have been created. So they're not qadim like Almighty Allah is. He is uncreated. He is not creation. So angels also are not creation, and they are creation. So they are also creation, not qadim, sorry. And the exact figure of angels is not known by the so we don't know, but the one who created them, he knows, and only he can basically encompass and know the complete population of the angels. And by his and through his grant and his Aqeeda also knows the number of the angels. The 4 angels are most famous. Can someone name them, please? Oh, look at the board. No. Yes. Now.
Jibreel, Mikael, Israfil,
And Rakim.
and Israel.
You?
Yes.
Good. Sarah. Israel. So, can you tell me what are their duties? Who? Good.
Hazrat Jibreel is the leader of the angels. Hazrat Israfil will blow the trumpet on the day of judgment, and Hazrat Israel comes back and takes the steps.
You?
Hazrat Jibreel is the one that he sends the wahi
Send?
to people.
He brings it down. So, sender is the Almighty.
It brings
He brings it down to the prophets. And these 4 angels, that we just mentioned, they have been given superiority over the rest of the angels. So they are the best of the angels, most superior to the rest of the tribe of angels. And remember that to show the slightest disrespect, any minimum disregard for any angel, or to make fun of an angel, people may do so. So it's very important to be careful. Making slightest of the disrespect towards any angel is kufr. And this is very widespread kalima that people often use when they see someone who is very angry, or who is obsessed with anger, and who is always angry, or who beats people up. And they may call him Israel Nozbillah. Israel has come down. But this is a kalima which is quite close to being a kufr. So if the intention behind is to disregard or to detest Israel Nozbillah, or to show disrespect to Israel, then this will become a kufr. So it's very important not to show any disrespect to the angels of Almighty. Those who deny angels, or simply saying that angels are another name for the power of the goodness. There is no creation like angels, it's just a name for the power of the good. Saying and making such claims becomes a guna, and it is kufr basically. Both of these statements, denying the creation of the angels, or saying that there is no such creation as angels, but it's just a name for the power of goodness, then that becomes kufr na'uzubillah. So very important to have a firm belief in the angels. Have a question, Mr. Rakeen?
Does
Yeah, go ahead.
does
How many times did you say does?
forgot.
Forgot a question. Fonts of making shapes of angels in the chat. The emeralds. Anyway, so can we associate a gender to angels?
No.
Why not?
Because then
They are free from gender.
What about showing disrespect maybe in your general talks towards any angel?
It could.
What's the hope?
It could lead to kufr.
Leads to kufr. So making fun of a friend of you and naming him to the name of an angel can become a kufr na'uzubillah. Calling someone Israel because they were so angry, that will be kufr, close to kufr. So if the intention behind is to detest the angel Israel, then that could become kufr. There's also a point in this that the angels have been given the authority to do certain actions. The angels are creation of Almighty Allah. They have been appointed to do various acts within the dunya, within the universe. So I just explained the detail of these actions. Some are even appointed to control the human body. They can, they have control over the body of human being. So one can ask those who always keep blaming us of shirk, will believing in the angels, believing that the angels have authority in the dunya, will that be shirk? If they say so, then they are denying the basic creeds of Islam, denying the ahadith and Quran. If they accept it, then they have to accept that angels are servants of Almighty Allah who have been granted the authority within this universe to do certain action in the universe. If they can do so, then the human beings are higher in rank to the angels, the pious, most beloved Holy Prophet which upon him, and great friends of Almighty Allah, and other prophets. They were higher in rank to the angels. If the angels can do certain actions, then the friends of Almighty Allah also have the authority to make changes in this universe, and they do so whenever it's required. And Almighty Allah basically conveys this order to them for them to do so. So far we've learned about angels. Now, because we have learned quite a lot today, so inshallah we will delay learning about jinns until next time. So, for the time being, only learn about angels. Make sure when you go home, open your book at least, if you have written something down. Learn something and make use of that. And this basically we're learning these beliefs to correct our beliefs, to make sure that we do not develop wrong beliefs, and when we come across certain people who may impose their wrong beliefs that they have developed onto us, we may be able to give them a reply and also satisfy them and give answers for the satisfaction of others. Do you have a question, Mr. Rakib?
Yeah.
Yes?
Is it true that the shaitan lives in the Bermuda Triangle?
No.
Shaitan?
What's the proof? Shaitan lives inside every human being. Hadith about the shaitan runs inside human being like the blood in the veins. So that's why we are required to remain attentive all the time and seek refuge from Almighty Allah. Refuge from shaitan of Almighty Allah. No. So I always keep saying, A'udhu billahi minash shaitan rajim. Bermuda Triangle is only stories, made up stories, nothing real.
But how come there's like ships and planes that go missing there?
No one knows. They may not be true. They may be, hiding themselves. Maybe
Conspiracy.
there's some conspiracy against those ships.
No.
It is likely that the Bermuda Triangle is where the Dajjal will finally appear from. The Dajjal. So right next to the Bermuda Triangle, one corner of the triangle ends at Miami, the Miami beach that I've heard about. That's where all these great rich people, they are based, in Miami. They have great setup and they go in the summer holidays and enjoy that. It's very likely that that's going to be the base of the Dajjal. And he will control the dunya from there. Well, it's too early to say anything because the Dajjal is not likely to appear any soon. At least maybe 800 years from now. So people who keep saying that the Dajjal is coming now, Anyway, that was off topic, so I hope you will remember this belief that we learnt about angels, and next time when you come back to the class, you will have these. You will have learnt these, inshallah ta'ala. By that time, until that time, I will relieve you of this responsibility to learn and further. So who was making notes now? Anyone? No, from the boys I must. You're making notes on that. Boys. You only? You? Have you made some notes? Mustafa, have you made some notes? Yahya? So what is the last thing that you wrote down? What? Qadeem. La ilaha illallah.
Yeah, I mean the notes.
So what's the actual belief that we need to have? Our angel Qadeem. Should we have a quiz on this then? Should we? Should we have a quiz on this? Okay, let's hold a quiz for you. Or should we have this in the end then?
In the end.
In the end.
Have it now.
Actually, we have it now.
Now and the end.
No. We want to keep playing all the time.
Have it now until people like this.
Yeah, have it now.
No, it'll be too early.
As in
What is it?
I mean, keep this thing in mind, because in the end I will not have a quiz. I will ask you things about angels as well. So you'll be required to recall some information about angels in the quiz. The quiz is going to be everything from Aqeeda, then next you move into Hadith now, Hadith, and finally you will have something about fiqh. So quiz will basically cover all these lessons, just to make sure that you're learning everything. So in that case, we will move on to Hadith now. Take a 5 minutes break now. If you want to drink some water, you can do so. And come back after 5 minutes. Don't go out. You don't need to go out. You only came now. You don't need to go out. Mustafa.
I need another one of this.
Huh?
No, me, I give her.
Why? You only came now. Mustafa. Sit down.
I'm always asking kids.